was just sending someone a voice note, so I thought, you know what, might as well make a quick video. Let me turn down the fan because you might not be able to hear me properly. So anyway, I was explaining to the person that I sent this voice note to, the reason why I was able to save and afford to buy a property and that was because when I was an apprentice, I used to earn about £800, I think, yeah, £900 take home after tax. And I mean, I wasn't able to save much money off of that, maybe £100 or £200 or whatever in it, when I was an apprentice. So after I got paid like £900, I was able to save about maybe £100, £200. It all depends whether or not I got some private work in. If I got private work in, then obviously if I'm earning extra £300 for the month, well, that goes straight in my back pocket and that, innit? But what happened was, the reason why I was able to save up and be able to afford to buy a property is because when they put me on a wage of £1,800 a month, most people, they will upgrade their lifestyle. What I was saying to the person in the voice note is, you need to live like, even if you're on 40 or 50 grand a year, in order to save, you need to live like you're on 20 grand a year. If you're on a certain wage, £800 a month, if your wages get upgraded to £1,800 a month, don't then upgrade your lifestyle, especially when you got like a target or a goal in mind. If you upgrade your lifestyle, which most people are gonna do, you're never gonna save no fucking money. If I was like most young people, like 90% of the population, forget about young people, just people in general, innit? As soon as my pay got upgraded from £800 to £1,800, what? That Mercedes that man's been dreaming of, or that BMW or that Audi man's been dreaming of, that would have been parked outside as soon as. No. As soon as my pay got upgraded and that, it made no difference. And like I said to the person just now on a voice note, man still live like I'm an apprentice. Man still live like I'm an apprentice. I have not. And you know what, like my mum does say, enjoy your money, you know, you can't take it to your grave and that, but man's never really you know, splashed out on luxuries or nothing like that. I mean, obviously I've got my little vices and that, which is motorbike riding, innit? That don't cost much, and I don't do that that often. You know, I ride my bike anytime I go down to the ends, which is like every other weekend and that. But yeah, I've never really treated myself per se or splashed out on luxuries. But like I say in my videos, I'm gonna make sacrifice in my young age whilst I'm fit and healthy, good mental, good physical health, so that one day, every day is that fucking annual leave. Man can retire young. So you know what, I don't mind, all in moderation, have a little fun here and there, but make a lot of sacrifice so that one day man can retire at the age of 40, 45, whatever. I don't have to be getting up at the age of 50 years old, 60 years old, going to work, working a job that I don't really like. Came to that realization when I've got a family member that lives in Chingford, and I was going to his house to do some work, and there's this company called Mears, M-E-A-R-S. They do like you know, like house maintenance, like electrical repairs, plumbing repairs and that on council properties and housing association properties and that. So anyway, boom, I'm driving up the road. There's a big man, black man, driving towards me in a van. Now, he ain't noticed me, but I noticed him. And he's in one of those Mears vans. I can tell he's probably Jamaican, innit? Definitely of Caribbean descent. Big man, 50, pushing 60 years old. And I said to myself, when I looked at him, I said to myself, I'm not going to be some black Jamaican called Fitzroy at the age of 50, 60 years old, still working for 30 grand a year. Man, a big man, man, are still on some shit wage, you know. Imagine that. Imagine being like 50, 60 years old and you're on 35 grand a year, 40 grand a year. You don't even, furthermore, you don't even want to be working at them ages there. You don't want to be working at them ages there, man. So in order to avoid that, you got to make some sacrifice in your youth. It's the only way. You're not going to win the lottery. You might do, but more than likely you ain't. Yeah, so don't count on winning the lottery. Hard work. What you put in is what you get out. If you want to coast along through life and then take it fucking easy, well, what's gonna happen? Right. This guy in this lorry is driving like a madman. You wanna take it easy in life and just coast along. What's gonna happen? You see, in your old age, you're gonna be like these pensioners that man always talk about, where they're struggling in the winter. They can't rascal afford to turn on their gas. Especially with the people were moaning about the gas bill and that years ago. This has been going on for years, but now the gas prices and energy prices are all gone up. You know these lot stressing. I see a video the other day. People are talking about they're seriously conscious about when they're turning on their gas and that. I leave my gas on all day long, literally all day long, for a few reasons. Apparently, like, I don't know how true this is, but they're saying like if you turn your gas off completely, you're gonna use a lot to get the house warm again as well. And for two, in the winter, if you leave your gas off and you say, for example, you know me, I leave my yard for days on end, innit? If you leave the gas off and the pipes go cold, once they warm up, they can actually burst as well, innit? And you don't want that. So for the sake of a couple of pounds or whatever, innit? I'm just checking my sat nav, innit? For the sake of a couple of pounds and that, you're better off leaving the fucking gas on so that your pipes don't freeze up and then expand and burst, innit? Because that's going to be a hefty bill. If you're a homeowner. Now, if you live in a council house, then you know your landlord, who's the local authority or the housing association, they'll cover that for you, innit? But yeah, that's why man, we go on my gas. You don't want to be like them people there. You don't want to be like them people there, scared to turn on electric, scared to turn on gas in them. Why are they in that position? Because they ain't put in the fucking work. They ain't made no sacrifice. They worked at fucking the post office, Royal Mail, Sainsbury's. Please tell me a banker. Name me one banker, one lawyer, one doctor that's complaining about gas bills. Yeah, they might. Because obviously, no one wants to waste money no matter how rich you are, innit? So they might moan about it and say, oh, this is a rip-off and that. But they ain't scared to turn on their gas. They ain't scared to turn on their electric. That's only poor people that think and talk like that. Send me a video when Drake is start complaining about the gas bill, the rise in energy costs and that. Yeah? Even like everything else is going up as well. Fucking the price of vinegar. Me and my black man are Jamaican, so man was raised to, get me, wash the meat with vinegar and that, you know, prior to cooking the food and that. And I even noticed, vinegar and that's gone up. The price of vinegar's gone up. The price of everything's gone up. This is what happens, isn't it? Like, survival of the fittest. Get your peas up or perish. The poor shall perish, innit? Unfortunately. Unfortunately, innit? You see, when you people was all taking it easy and that, it has a knock-on effect. Just like COVID. Working at that place, that infamous Holman job that man talk about all the time. My work colleagues and that used to laugh at me, say, oh yeah, Jay lives on site, he don't leave. Yeah, man don't leave, you know. Man don't leave. Yeah, man's here, man's utilising this situation right now, which is, there's bare overtime, as much overtime as you want to do, pretty much. I'm going to take advantage of that, because I don't know how long it's going to last, and I've got a goal in, man. I want to buy another property in that, innit? What happened? Man got fired from that job, and then bam, COVID hit. Fucked up the whole economy, fucked up the whole country. Me, I stayed off work for a whole year. Do you know why? Because prior to that, man was busting my ass. So I got to relax. Literally, relax. Sat on my Ross Clark chair at my dining table, writing my book. Wow, everyone on the outside is running around, panicking and that. Calm, so calm, blood. I even bought a fucking property when I was not working, blood. That is unheard of. That is Ross Clark unheard of. I need to turn off. That's unheard of, innit? But why was I able to do that? Because I put in work, put in the sacrifice, innit? Made sacrifice, man. So yeah, man, people for adapting. But like it's come, like a lot of people are kind of shocked with the rising costs of just day-to-day living and that, but a lot of people have experienced that without even kind of like pre the situation in. Now obviously everyone's different in it. Everyone lives in different areas and that in it, but people them that live in Tottenham, Hackney, Brixton and Peckham, they've been exposed to this. Yeah. One sec. Don't know where I'm going. You see the sat nav, yeah, the fucking cursors. Yeah. I'm on the wrong. Basically, my sat nav thing is horizontal and that in it, so basically it's almost upside down in it, so I can't really see where I'm going properly in it. But yeah, the people them that's been exposed to the rising cost, day-to-day living, without really noticing it or without really pre-ing the situation like that, is people that have grown, that have lived in areas like Peckham, Brixton, Hackney, Tottenham. Gentrification is almost like, you know, what's happening now with the rise of energy costs on a smaller scale, so it's subject to that particular area. So for example, you know, they get a lot of like white middle class people moving into areas like Hackney, Brixton, Peckham, Tottenham. So what happens is the house prices rise up. Then they start opening up shops that accommodate these middle class people that have money. Sainsbury's, Waitrose, all these little useless coffee shops and that. Yeah, them shops they are put in place to accommodate these people. So what happens is Mary, who's lived on the ends for 20 years, 30 years, whatever in it, yeah, she's used to doing her local shopping at Asda or Tesco's. Her weekly shop used to cost her £30 innit. Then but now that they've introduced Sainsbury's and Waitrose and all these shops and that, and the price of everything's going up, now that 30 shop has turned into £50 a week. That £30 shop's turned into £50 a week. And now she thinks to herself, bruh, man, I can't even really afford to live here no more, you know. So what happens is they have to move out of their area. And man spoke about this a lot, plenty of times, innit? Survival of the fittest, the poor will perish. So a lot of people are moaning that, oh, middle class people are coming into the area and driving us out. What are you gonna do about it? You're gonna moan about it, or you're gonna work harder, save your money and make more sacrifice and a lot of the time it's not even to do with how much money people are earning. The main problem is people are earning enough, give or take. The problem is people are fucking living outside of their means. Man watched a video the other day. I was literally at my flat yesterday and I was going to do a reaction video, but no one came on. It was like 1 in the afternoon. I have to remember everyone's out working, so I didn't bother do it. But I was going to do a reaction video about spendaholics and payday loans and stuff in it. There's one woman, she's on 20 grand a year, and it was titled, I'm on 20 grand a year, I live like a millionaire. You're mad. You're fucking mad. How you on only 20 grand a year and you're going and drinking champagne with your high earning colleagues? Because basically I think the woman works in the city at a corporate bank, but she just does administration. So her work colleagues and her friends are all like high earners, 70, 80 grand a year. And this is back then, this is like 10 years old or something. They're all high earners and that, but she's not. But she's rolling with them, she's flexing with them, and she said, yeah, I feel like I have to keep up with them. So when they go out and they go and buy drinks and do the rounds, whatever they call it, she's obligated to do the rounds and that. She said, well, if everyone's drinking champagne on every round, she can't dare think to herself, well, I'll buy you a vodka or a lager. No, she has to go and buy champagne and that. She subscribed to that lifestyle. This is why a lot of people can't afford to live in the areas that they're in or maintain a lifestyle, because they're living outside their means. Living outside their Ross Clark means, man. But yeah, hopefully the camera's not too shaky and that, innit? I know it's mad when I'm driving. I need to find a way to stabilize the camera, because I see other YouTubers making videos when they're driving and the camera's sturdy and that, and I don't know why. Maybe they got some kind of special type of like phone bracket mounting thing or whatever, really. But yeah, I'm almost at my brethren's yard, innit? So man's off until next time. Stay wise, done no. Save your Ross Clark keys, done no.